Hello everyone, my name is Cami and welcome to my channel, Cami's Corner. If you're new to my channel, welcome, and if you're returning, thank you so much for coming back. On my channel, we do mainly Bath & Body Works and fragrance content with a sprinkle of lifestyle content, but in today's video, we have my final, for now, Bath & Body Works Disney Princess collab haul. I have not gotten my hands on the Wallflower refills or the hand soaps, but I'm waiting for some better sales to pick up those items. And those probably won't be Disney Princess soap only hauls, but everything you see here is going to be from the Disney Princess launch. We have my online order from day one finally arrived to me. They came in 4 different packages from 4 different warehouses, which is pretty crazy. I did open them all and they looked safe and not broken from first glance, but we will take a better look at those in the video today. I also have a little BOPUS order because if you missed my original haul, which I highly recommend you go check that out if you have not seen that yet, I was not able to get the cute little Rapunzel pocket bag holder because someone at my store bought literally all of them, and my store only got one little shipment of them, so those were gone really fast. And then I totally forgot to pick up the car fragrance holder. And I had been looking for BOPUS right after we left the store the first day. And I had seen that a store near my husband's work still had Rapunzel pocket bag holder available for BOPUS. And I had realized that it was auto applying my coupon that I had already used in store. So I was able to kind of double dip my coupon and my rewards from the 2 times the points added into my account. So I ended up with 6 free rewards. So I was like, you know what? Let's get the single wick candles too. So that is my BOPUS order as well as the candle holders. I don't have prices or anything like that, but I did use a coupon at 25% off or 20% off in each one of these transactions. So just take the retail price minus 20% off. I did spend a lot of money on these items, but thought it was time to treat myself because I don't usually buy Bath & Body Works full price, especially accessories, unless it's been this Disney Princess collab. But I do have a little bit of a cool story. So I did get my hands on a little bit of an employee exclusive item. My husband is so sweet and always picks up my BOPUS orders on his way home from work, and the employee was wearing a bracelet, and my husband was like, where do you buy those bracelets? They're really cute and my wife would probably really like one and I'd want to buy her one. And she was like, well, actually you can't buy them, they're just for the employees. And my husband's like, oh, that's really cool, my wife would love that. And she's like, well, do you want one for your wife? She goes, we don't really have very many left since they're just for the employees, but I can see what I have in the back. And she came out and she brought a Mulan and a Snow White one. And my husband picked the Snow White one for me because that was one of my favorite princesses growing up. It was my favorite princess growing up until Tiana and Rapunzel came out. But Snow White was my OG favorite princess. And he got me the little bracelet that the employees get. So this is the Snow White one. It's just a bracelet that has a little bead on it so that you can put it on. And I know the last launch, they had little buttons for the employees, but these are so much better, so much cuter. So you have the little Snow White profile, and then it says Bath and Body Works, and then on the other side it says Disney Princess. What a cool little collector's item. You guys, my husband is always looking out for me. He knows me so well, and this is definitely something I wanted, but I am way too anxious to ask an employee for something like this. But my husband has no filter and is not socially anxious in any way, shape, or form. So shout out to my husband for being the best husband ever and getting his hands on one of these for me. Super cool. Just a little unique collector's item as someone who is not an employee with Bath & Body Works. But let's get into the other things that I purchased. So I had to get my hands on the little car fragrance visor clip. They did not come out with a car fragrance clip, I don't think, for the last collection, but this is so cute. We've got the castle with some gems around it, and it is this really beautiful pink color. It is a visor clip or a vent clip. I prefer to use them on the vent. I feel like I get the best scent projection out of these straight from the vent, especially during the winter when the heat is blowing. I feel like that's when these car fragrances really shine. But you can also just use these for decorations and just throw them up on your visor. So that was the first thing in my BOPUS order, and that one has a retail price of $14.95. So with my coupon, it was probably like $12 and some change. And then the whole reason for the BOPUS order, the little lantern. I think this is probably my favorite pocket bag holder from this collection. It is just absolutely stunning. And it was funny, the employee, when my husband picked this up, because he didn't pick it up until the last day because he had a few days off of work. And the employee was like, you don't know how many people call asking about this pocket bag holder. But there was a little charm with a little bit of a purple pastel. And this one is so cute. The light like slightly flickers. Let me turn down my tripod here so you guys can see. It has like a nice like flickering that looks like a real flame. How cool is that, you guys? Super, super cool. I thought this was one of the best ones from the collection. I don't know if it's because I just love Rapunzel, but super, super cute. And this one did retail for $14.95. And I see a lot of people complaining on TikTok in particular about how Tiana did not get any like accessories or anything like that. And yeah, they just were complaining and they're like, it's so rude of Bath and Body Works to make accessories for all the other princesses, but they already did princess decor for Tiana and Belle. It would have been nice for them to come out with candle holders. I'm glad they didn't because that's a lot more money than I would have had to have spent. It's at least another $100 I would have had to have spent. But that's why they didn't come out with new wallflowers and new hand sanitizers, because they already came out. Hand sanitizer holders, not hand sanitizers. But that's why you can't find them in the pocket packs or the wallflower plugs or in the candle holders, because they already did them in the original launch. So I'm kind of surprised they didn't, because that would be a good money grab for Bath & Body Works to make more accessories, but I don't know why they didn't do it, but they just didn't. And then I picked out 4 candles. I did have enough free rewards to get all of the single wicks, but for some reason, some of them were showing up as sold out on BOPUS, which I highly doubt that they were actually sold out, but I just was placing a quick BOPUS order. I'm like, might as well use some of my free rewards. So I did get the Life's a Fairy Tale single wick. I love that they did a fancy lid this year and that they did single wicks, because the first release, they did not have any single wicks, but this packaging is so beautiful. We have Moana, Ariel, Aurora, Tiana, Cinderella, Snow White, I think more Ariel. We have Jasmine, Rapunzel, all the princesses that they've highlighted in this collection. I really love the packaging on Life's a Fairy Tale. This one has scent notes of Charming Berries, Floral Fairy Tale, and Kingdom Woods. And I will say mine is really messed up. And personally, this is too close to the glass there, that I would not feel comfortable burning this. But because I'm a collector, I'm not planning on burning these. I am going to keep them and not worry about like exchanging them. But this is a nice like berry kind of perfumey scent, pretty light in the single wick candle, but I'm just having it for packaging reasons, because I did not get the Life's a Fairy Tale candle last year in the original launch. So I was like, I'll get the single wick for my collection. Then we have Rapunzel. The packaging is absolutely beautiful. They killed it. They killed it. I think the packaging is 1,000 times better this go around. But Rapunzel has scent notes of glowing sundrop flower, rich nectar, and golden musk. And like I said, these are reward eligible. So it has a nice, beautiful, pretty like periwinkle, purpley kind of vibe. Oh, it's so beautiful. Just a nice perfumey, like sweet flower. And to me, I don't get a ton of musk. It's there, but like this is not a musk forward scent, which thankfully, because I am a musk hater through and through. Then next we have Mulan. This packaging is pretty as well. I will say the quality control, Bath and Body Works. Goodness, 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 goodness. If I was in the store, I probably wouldn't have picked out these ones specifically, because I think my other ones were like this too. Let's see here. This one's not as bad here. There's a little bit of a dip there. Let's see my Rapunzel one. Yeah, this is bad. Bath and Body Works quality control is not super great. But we have Mulan. This one is Magnolia Blossom, Fierce Waters, and Radiant Apricot. And to me, this one is a super nice aquatic summery scent. Yeah, very aquatic. I love it. Smells really nice. And the color of the wax is absolutely stunning. And then the last single wick I picked up with free rewards was the Snow White one. This is what she looks like. Super beautiful. And again, like I said, they are reward eligible, which is nice. This is Mystic Red Apple, Ripened Fruits, and Enchanted Woods. Again, beautiful colored wax. And this just smells really good. A little bit of a fruity woodsy moment. Not the most unique scent or anything like that, but we got that. So those were the items from my BOPUS order. Even though I was super excited to, get my hands on the rest of the little odds and ends that I wanted, like decor wise, I think the highlight of my BOPUS order was not something I purchased, and it was just something so kind that the employee did for my husband. So that is definitely my favorite item for sure. Now let's get into these candle holders, you guys. This is going to be a little hard for me to open these without making a ton of noise. But each one of these came in its own box and came from different warehouses. Everything was packaged really, really well. Again, I love that I was able to get the styrofoam coverings for these. They make for really great storage. And luckily when I went in store, my store actually had the boxes for all the candle holders. They were smart and kept them and were passing them out to people who bought them, who bought the candle holders. But let's open this up and get a better peek. This is the Mulan one. I did not open it all the way. I just kind of looked like this and I was like, okay, looks good enough. This packaging, they did a really good job. Not only did they have styrofoam, they added like extra inserts, which is super nice for storage. So let's see. I've seen some people have some pretty bad experiences with this collection and its shipping and it coming all like banged up and chipped up. But this actually looks good to my eye. I'm not noticing anything wrong with it. Oh my gosh, I didn't even realize on the inside of these flowers right here, there's like a little jewel on the end. It's so beautiful. I actually was not going to get this candle holder, and my husband's like, well, that's the only one I really want. Oh, now I do see a little issue on this one. Not a big deal. There's a little bit of like a glue residue. Maybe I'll be able to wipe that up. Kind of annoying, but not enough for me to complain about it. But I was not planning on getting this, and my husband's like, no, you need to get this, and I'm so glad I did. I just didn't think the pictures online did it justice, but we have like the blue little ring with the detailing around it. It is a little bit of a pedestal candle, and then we have beautiful flowers here. And then on the back, where this is, which I don't really want to take this out right now, there is the beautiful fan. Love this. I think these are cherry blossoms. Correct me if I'm wrong. But this came in pristine condition other than like the little glue residue on the base here. But $59.95. But personally, that little residue there is not enough for me to complain, to be honest. Good enough. Good enough. So that was the Mulan candle holder. Sorry, they are so loud. I'm so sorry. And then we have this one. Again, they came all packaged well. Lots of air bubbles. So that was good. I did not have any casualties, at least from what I noticed when I did my brief looking over of these when I first got them. Okay, so this is the Snow White one. This one is so beautiful. Again, I did not like unravel these or anything like that. I just kind of looked at it from a distance through the plastic. So let's take this off and see how she looks. Let's see. Okay. Oh, she is beautiful. Beautiful. Oh, stunning. I love it. Oh, I love like the little iridescent like sheen to it. So beautiful. I was worried about these two little birdies falling off, but this is what it looks like with a candle. I'm just going to put this Kringle 2-wick on it. But this is what it looks like. Absolutely stunning. Beautiful. This one looks great. No issues with this at all. And this is like a substantial piece. This one is pretty heavy. This one has a retail price of $69.95. So a little more expensive than the Mulan one, but it makes sense. There's a lot more going on with this one. So let me put this one back. I'm nervous about those birds, you guys. But for March, be prepared for a Disney background. I will have a Disney background coming during March, but it's still February, so we got to live through the pink and red little Valentine's vibes. Okay, this is not Disney Princess. This is just a Loungefly bag that I won on Whatnot, you guys. I shouted out Whatnot the other day, and a couple of you guys signed up with my referral link, so thank you so much. I'll leave that link down there again. But I won this in a live stream. I won a Loungefly bag for free in a live stream that I was in. They do giveaways all the time over on there. So if you're interested in that, and I also get little baby onesies over there. But that will be in a different video when I do my next little baby collective haul. I believe this next one is Rapunzel. Let me get this one out. This one was the one I was like most excited about, and I was like, if I can only get one candle holder, it was going to be this one. But of course, husband told me to get all of them, so I do what husband says, and I got all of them besides that like pedestal, like gold cheapy looking one. Did not need that one, but this one, you guys, oh, my styrofoam unfortunately came all broken. It's just annoying, but whatever. It did its job. It protected the piece. Well, I didn't actually like look at this one really in depth. There is a little bit of like imperfections on the top, but again, my candle's going to be covering that. I'm not super picky. Now this one is pretty substantial as well. Oh, the attention to detail. I'm not seeing anything wrong with this one either. I'm very happy. There is like a little ring here. You guys can't even see it. But there's like a ring here. But again, the candle's going to go on that, so I don't care. Even if you are not a candle person and you don't want to put the candle on this, you literally don't have to. This is just gorgeous in itself. So this is what it looks like. We've got little Rapunzel's tower, and in the base here, there's some lanterns with a little flower, the sun. We've got some windows. Super, super, super gorgeous candle. Oh my gosh, I love it. I love it so, so much, you guys. And if you guys didn't know, I am pretty much a Disney adult. $69.95. So this collection was just chef's kiss perfection for me. Everything I could have dreamed of for the Disney collection. I kind of wish they just did all this at once. Like they didn't do a part 2. I just wish they included all the princesses in the original collab. Like make it easy on everybody. But I guess they spread it out so they can spread out their earnings for this. I had a good feeling that this collection was going to sell pretty fast. I think they definitely produced more stuff than they did the first launch, but I think a lot of people were expecting to see a lot of this stuff like at semi-annual sale and stuff because of the Disney Villains collection, but this is definitely a little bit of a different caliber than the Disney Villains because everyone loves princesses. I mean, come on, how could you not? Oh, this one is also gorgeous as well. If I was only getting 2 candle holders from this collection, I would have gotten the Rapunzel's Tower and the Aurora one. Like, if I was balling on a budget and only could get a couple things, those were the 2 things I would have got. But I was so thankful I was able to get everything that I wanted. Look how gorgeous. Again, you don't even have to use this as a candle holder, but beautiful. It's got that like nice iridescent sheen to it. We have the 4 little tassels. So cute. And the little Princess Aurora crown. So stunning. $59.95. I was so happy I was able to get my hands on everything from the collection. I accidentally knocked into my tripod, so you guys are a little crooked. Sorry about that. You're gonna be a little crooked for the outro. But if you missed it, I did do a haul from the original release, and then I will have 2 reviews up this week for you guys of the Princess Fine Fragrance Mist. I was able to test out only 2 of them, I'm sorry, but hopefully by next week I will have all of them out. We have Snow White and Aurora. Those are the 2 that I will have up on my channel next week, but that is all for my part 2 haul for the Disney Princess collab. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure you give today's video a big thumbs up. Comment down below. Let me know, did you guys buy anything from this launch? And if you like seeing my face, Bath & Body Works, fragrance, or lifestyle content, make sure you consider hitting that subscribe button because it's free to you. Helps me out so very much. And you guys can always change your mind later. Thanks again, you guys, for watching today's video. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye!